I can't think. What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? I can't. What am I supposed to do?
Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Bill. How the fuck are you guys going? Are you having a good day? Have you woken up and you've gone, oh, today's going to be a good day? Oh, fuck. Look, we're going to have to watch this. Well, I know we all got to suffer for it, don't we? Well, hang on. I'm just trying to get situated, trying to put my jumper on, and should have done that faster. My gosh. Yeah, so I'm in that in-between mind. I can't make up my mind. So I asked YouTube on my community board to make the decision, and I didn't really wait long, but I gave you guys a poll, and it was between Tati and watching her talk about mental health or ADHD. And yes, this one was winning, but I'm thinking if you had read the community board, if you haven't, you could head over there, but I could try and say, but Friday, we're going to watch Tati. We're going to watch how Katie responded the day after she was served by Tati. She couldn't wait long. Like, give yourself a little bit of a breather, pull yourself together before you jump online. But no, yeah, maybe you should head over and read what I said on my community board. I kind of said that she looks worse than any character from the movie Spun. I know, I compare her to the movie Spun so many times, and really, fucking good movie. Okay, so anyway, this is her talking about, well, it's Mental Health Awareness Day. The title, because it's from KJ Joy Live. The title is, I can't believe I forgot about Mental Health Awareness Day. And so she's in her drinking chair, and, you know, I'll just bring her in. God, I hope my brain's in it for this. Are we in it? Gotta breathe. It's like, fuck. But like, I have so many videos and I can't decide, because it's like, do I want to be fucked in the head by that? Like, it's so draining. But where are we? My hand's like pulling away every time I go to click add to stream. Gosh. Ah! I've just gone silent. I can't do it. But yes. Should we go through? Actually, let me just get rid of my little cookie. I do want to say, before we get into this, God, I can't even think how to. There we go. We just merged. When two become one. Look at her face. Oh. Can anyone else see like the yin yang symbol there? No? Okay. Fuck, what did I have earlier? What was in my dinner? Okay, so Katie claims that she has PTSD from her SA, which I really doubt a lot of that is true, just based on her ability to go over the details of the CSA material. That was, you know, with Josh Duggar. That, like, how the fuck are you able to even say the RAPE word? Like, I can't even type it without putting that @ symbol. I can't even type the word. Like, it's just so fucked up. And she just loves to be a victim. She made, I made that video on her where she's like, it's all right to be a victim. Reclaim your victim. And it's like, you don't understand. That is anti-therapy words. Like, if she had gone to therapy for as many years as she says she has, she goes through it in this video, then she would use the terms that you learn, positive words. You don't fucking dwell on words like victim, which means the abuser wins. They've still got power over you. Who would want to reclaim their victimhood? Live in that victim world forever, Katie, because she's never going to understand. Okay, let's get into her. Oh, but before we do, well, I've got her on the screen. She'll love this. The Cactus contributors. In the chat, oh, guys, I've got a dry mouth. I've got to get a sip. I know, annoying. Annoying. Oh my God, Be Free. Is it too close for you? I can understand. That's how, like, if you can't find anywhere to look, at least you can look bottom left. I'm here for you. I'm here for you. I had to bring it in for myself because where do you look? Do you know where I mainly look? Because I don't look over here. I look here, and I'm trying to figure out the measurements and stuff. That I'm always over here. For a while, I was here with the apple, but for some reason, she's the camera. Anyway, I'm always confused with the layout of her house. Cactus contributors, guys. So they're the members of this channel, one tier, and the link is in the description. You just scroll until you hit a cactus, and they get, members only stuff, the badge next to their name, and shout outs every time I go live. And tonight, I just really want to shout out. We've got another new member, and Cactus High 10. You can choose to use mittens if you don't like it prickly. Yes, we give that option. And I don't know how to say your name, so I'm going to like butcher it. And that's the name of the game. Is it Stacy? Oh, Stace 1126, Stack 1126, Star C11. No, we could go on, but I'm sure you know who you are. If you don't, I've done a bad job. Thank you so much for becoming a contributor. We do have stuff coming up. Well, I'm talking like I'm a plural. Am I a plural? Is that even the word? Am I a business? Okay, Katie, it's okay. We're coming to you. Stop it. I can feel it. I can feel you giving me that eye, like, stop wasting my time, Cactus Bill. Oh. I have to say that Katie has called me out before for talking about her not having ADHD, like in one of my videos, one of the Periscope videos. It's when she's cleaning up, you know, the lines on the desk, because, that's what you got to do. Anyway, then she put me as a little feature on her Instagram. It was beautiful for an Aussie to be gawking at her. It was like, okay, shut up, let's go. Oh, fuck. Everybody breathe.
Hi, guys. I just did this super long stream and I totally forgot to talk about something. It was on the top of my head and then I just got super distracted because we had a little bit of an emergency, but everything got handled. Everything is fine. We're good. But yesterday was World Mental Health Awareness Day. And I wanted to talk about that. And I hadn't talked about that. And I was going to talk about that. And I just wanted to tell you guys that I want to just continue to use my platform to let you guys know that I am someone that has struggled with mental health my whole life. I have ADHD, and I have panic disorder, and I have OCD-like tendencies, but not a formal OCD diagnosis, and I have PTSD. So I have a complex medical history, but I also have an amazing team of doctors that have helped me throughout the years manage this. And I just wanted people to know that it is totally, I feel like the more we talk about it, complex medical history, but I also have an amazing team of doctors that have.
Oh, I forgot to say before we start that, like, the things you need to look out for are when she takes a breath mid-sentence, like, what is she saying? She'll take a breath mid-sentence, and it's usual people don't take breaths there. And also, what does she say when she's looking down? And this is one of them. She is saying the exact thing that she says about her son. Her son has a team of doctors that are looking after him. It's like they're specifically for him. I mean, like, she's built it up like he has a whole, a whole team of doctors. I'm sure they interchange and go, everyone's there for her. Anyway, are her eyes big, or is it just very black in her corner right now? I hate this damn chair. Like, it's pushing her head forward, and something's happening here, and I'm not sure what it is. Okay.
Have helped me throughout the years manage this, and I have OCD-like tendencies, but not a formal OCD diagnosis, and I have PTSD. So I have a complex medical history, but I also have an amazing team of doctors that have helped me throughout the years manage this. And I just wanted people to know that it is totally, I feel like the more we talk about it, the less stigmatized we have to be. I think that ADHD is really tricky because people automatically assume that if you have it, you are a bad person, or like it's a fake illness, or it's everyone has it, or you are somehow going.
Okay, sorry, just before the bullshit fills up the sink and we got to release the plug. Should we talk about how Mental Health Awareness Day is mainly about people that have mental illness, like depression and that? Like, no one, it's not for people that have ADHD, although now in the medical diagnosis book, it's like drifting over, but it's only because it shares similar symptoms or similar, like, anxiety and the inability to regulate your emotions and stuff. But yeah, anyway, I'm just like, I hate that she's talking about ADHD on Mental Health Awareness Day, because mental illness is like, if this is what the platform she should be using. She's very confused, and whenever she talks about ADHD, it's like, it's like she's read the Wikipedia page. She's unable to put the emotional attachment, the connection there. It's just so fucking, okay, let's get back to her. I have just spilt my tea everywhere, so not fucking my life.
To abuse the medications that are prescribed to treat this disorder, and it's a stigma that is really hard. Hey, or it's everyone has it, or you are somehow going to abuse the medications that are prescribed to treat this disorder, and it's a stigma that is really hard. Hey, Frida, sweetie, get down. Sweetie, get down. It's a stigma that's really hard for people with ADHD, specifically because we get a lot of criticism, and because the medications that are used to treat our specific disorder are controlled. And we are often accused of being addicts because of that. And many of us end up being in the sort of background, afraid and ashamed to talk about it, because we know that if we do talk about it, that people are going to accuse us of being that way. They
What kind of advocate for mental health talks about this? Why are you even bringing it up? We know why you're bringing it up, because this is all you've ever had. No one's ever been positive and, oh, yes, of course you have ADHD. Your meds are working perfectly fine. Of course, Katie, as soon as you bring up that you've got ADHD and you take meds for them, people are seeing what's happening. You're fucking buzzing off your tits, your eyes, your mouth movements, or your like little twitches. You're scratching, you're picking, you're constant, you're not calm. What's going on, man? I'll tell you what's going on. The drinking is outweighing the effects that fucking any effects that the meds could have on your central nervous system. You're just soaking your brain. You should never have been prescribed these meds anyway, with the history that you have with alcohol. Any psychologist would know this, but fuck, you would have lied. You would have. I mean, fuck, would you have told the truth? What is the truth? You don't know what the truth is.
will say that we are abusing them, or that we will be labeled as someone who has a dependency, or we will be, it's just sad. And I want to just share something honest from my heart, that one of the most frustrating parts about my freedom and ability to share is that I enjoy being like honest about the fact that I have ADHD. It has not been easy. I was diagnosed when I was 38 years old, but I have had it obviously my whole life. Had I been properly diagnosed younger, I feel like a lot of things that happened in my life would not have happened, because I would have had the right medications to prevent me from making those choices. One of the biggest things I always struggled with was impulse control and the inability to really think before I spoke. That, coupled with a hyperactivity of being incapable of sitting still, it made for a lot of struggles in my life. And I just think that over the years, I have become more familiar with how ADHD has impacted me. But
instead of seeking the medication, how come you didn't look for other ways that you could train your mind, be calm and focused? I know for me, mindfulness was fucking everything. Especially, Katie, because I believe that you have fucking depression from the shit that your son has gone through. You haven't spoken to anyone. Just from reading all your articles, your brain is swirling around. You're getting lost in your thoughts. I mean, you're so unhappy that you attack people daily and think that this is a job and it's great, and you're able to sleep. You don't sleep. Also, when you say you've been honest about your ADHD, yeah, you've also been honest about your fucking drinking. And every single person out here, yeah, because I can also talk for people out here, Mrs. We, Mrs. Our, Mrs. Not just me. Who are you talking about? Our and we. Yeah. Every other person out here with ADHD knows that you're not meant to drink. And when you say, oh, but when my psych said, or whatever your doctor said, when your meds wear off, then you can drink. Fucking who said that? Your meds are always in your fucking body. You are fucking scattered, man. Like, the more you drink, the higher you get, the bigger your pupils get, the more you slur, the more you think you're fucking God. You're getting high off your meds. And I can tell, like, when I posted that article, like, I should have made it clear that it wasn't just reading that article that I know that my opinion is that Katie doesn't have ADHD. It's because I used to abuse, like, my meds, but back in my 20s, like, it was, I can't even imagine if the internet, like, I can't imagine if I had a YouTube channel back then. But her and Toad show every fucking sign. Like, she's just so unaware of, like, meth jaw and all that going on. The eyebrows, the over plucking. Come on, man. And yeah, just God, it just reminds me, just the more I pile on, the more I say, I'm like, how fucked is this fucking household?
I also feel like at times I can't even talk about it because once somebody finds out the medication that I take, they automatically label me as a drug abuser. And it's really, really, really unfair. It's unfair because the majority of us who are prescribed these medications don't abuse them. And they are a controlled substance for a reason. And because of that, I even talk about it because once somebody finds out the medication that I take, they automatically label me as a drug abuser. And it's really, really, really unfair. It's unfair because the majority of us who are prescribed these medications don't abuse them.
You cannot speak for everyone. You cannot speak for the majority of people that are diagnosed with ADHD that take the medication. And you can, what the fuck? And then smile. Oh, I grouped myself in with some good people, you know? I'm not part of the fucking percentage that abuses them. Katie, you went pill shopping, in my opinion. Your fucking doctor prescribed you and Toad, 2 alcoholics. That's someone who's just fucking out to make the money. $350 every, 3 months? Must be great. Oh, and your son's on them too. Yeah. Let's fuck his brain up even more. My opinion, my view. But wow, is everyone turning into a... Oh, can you see the face there? Oh my, who is it? Okay, it's like little turtle dude, like from the 80s. He's like have like a skateboard. What's going on with my brain? Oh my God, now I can't unsee it. That's all I can see.
And they are controlled substance for a reason. And because of that, we go to the doctor. They are controlled substance for a reason. And because of that, we go to the doctor every 3 months. Our doctors are monitoring them. We cannot take more than the daily prescribed dose and they are because the majority of us who are prescribed these medications don't abuse them. And they are controlled substance for a reason. And because of that.
Oh my God. When she looks down the barrel, when she looks straight down the barrel of the camera, I feel like like that's facing people that know that you're bullshitting. I feel like that's her. Oh, I wish I could fucking have words right now. It's such a weird thing when she does it. But yeah, notice she's looking down when she says we do not we take only the recommended dose. Who the fuck even brings up the recommended dose and says you take it? What are you talking about? You're meant to be an advocate for mental health right now, and we are going through because you were like, let's not make it a stigma or something. What the fuck are you doing sitting there just talking about what people may think? Like, imagine just being prescribed the meds or something, just being diagnosed, and you're watching KJ Joy on YouTube and she's saying, oh, but people are going to accuse you of being a drug abuser and all this. That would fucking freak someone out. She does more harm. Like, her mental health, like, her effect of people like me, like, for example, my mental health, she has fucking affected me so bad, especially when she detailed the Josh stuff. Like, I saw evil in her and I was physically ill. Like, I had to take 3 months off fucking YouTube. I can't imagine, like, because I'm stronger now. Like, I'm past the storm, but she would have a hold on people. Fuck. It pisses me off. Because it can't do anything, right? We all can't do anything.
We go to the doctor every 3 months. Our doctors are monitoring them. We cannot take more than the daily prescribed dose, or we just don't have any medicine for the next day.
That's why your son is prescribed it, Janelle.
And if you take more than what you are prescribed, or if you lose them, you literally cannot get a refill. So if you have a bottle, if somebody says that you have, so like I'm on Adderall. A lot of people who are not ADHD abuse Adderall. Most people that abuse the drug are not people that are taking the drug. So I take 1 dose a day. It is an extended release tablet, and I get 30 pills per day, and per month. I can drink wine, yes, and I'll get there in a minute. 30 pills.
Okay, like I had to look up Adderall. I know I say it wrong, but we don't have that in Australia. So for my ADHD, I take dexamphetamine, and that's basically all that's in that. But with Adderall, it's dexamphetamine plus another amphetamine. So it's like double powder. I wonder if it's like Vyvanse. Is that even how you say it? Vyvanse? Anyway, because I hated Vyvanse. Oh my God, that turned me into a zombie. Like, some doesn't work for people, but yeah, just and it's weird because I had to go, like, I'm almost 40. In a few months I'll be 40. But yeah, like during my 20s, I like abused my meds because, you know, who doesn't? Anyway, yeah, but then I learnt my lesson and had to go without them and get therapy and go through all that. And then I brought my meds back into it. Oh, Tammy. Oh, we've got some facts coming in on the chat. Dexamphetamine is like Adderall. Yeah, so she's got the extended release, and it's just fucked because I, like Venda just said in the chat, and I was saying, it's never not in your system. Like, especially antidepressants, okay? Like, so she has said she's on antidepressants, and you're not meant to drink on them. So that's something that never comes out of your system, because it takes like at least 2 to 4 weeks for them to start working, and they get into your system, and then they build up in your spinal, something to do in the spine. And also, what was I going to say? God, why did I look at the screen? It's thrown me off. Okay. Hang on. This is October 22nd, and there's no Halloween stuff up. You know, this is, oh my God. Yeah. Oh, yeah, by the way, it's October 22nd, 2020. Did I say that? You should be able to tell by the hair, although I wasn't expecting these brows.
Per day, and per month. I can drink wine, yes, and I'll get there in a minute. I am monitored very closely for it. So if you take more than one a day, which by the way, I would not want to, it's a low dose. So I am monitored very closely for it. So if you take more than one a day, which by the way, I would not want to, it's a low dose. So you don't get like, if you need this medication, it doesn't make you feel anything other than like focused. I don't get buzzed from it. I don't feel anything from it. I don't feel like jacked up. I literally just take it like I drink my coffee. It doesn't make me feel anything other than like I can focus. And then I don't actually like, I have my coffee. It doesn't make me feel anything other than like I can focus. And then I don't actually like, I have better impulse control and I can make better decisions. It is like you're on opioids for the most part. Yes. So
Katie, when you don't come across like anyone that would take any opioid, like fuck. Like I would talk to your doctor about lowering your dose. You are showing signs like you're buzzed. Also, why the fuck are you bringing this up? What are we talking about? It's like you are trying to convince your doctor that you aren't an addict, that it really works for you. What are you like? This is not advocacy. This is not what anyone wants when they tune in to someone talking about Mental Health Awareness Day. Is this Mental Health Awareness Day, how to get by without feeling like judged for being an actual addict when people swallow your bullshit? Katie, no one's fucking swallowing anything. Keep swallowing your pills and your wine. Fuck. Where is the doctor? Like, what was that doctor's name that used to be around? Oh, she was cool. But anyway, we need a doctor right now to just let her know. No doctor would say it's okay to drink, especially red wine and spirits. Oh my gosh. Dehydration central.
I get a lot of really nasty comments because I have been so open about my ADHD, and without my medication, my life would be in complete disarray. And I'm so grateful every day that I do have it, because it allows me the ability to actually have patience and the focus in order to do.
I bet it helps with the hangover, right? You're no longer slugging around like you're hungover that you were for, 3 years of your son's life. You wrote about it, Katie. How you don't, your son saw you hungover every day, smashed, too much mead. You and your husband. No wonder he was battling. No wonder he had no one teaching him any alphabet, counting, anything. You just filled that toy room with fucking toys that aren't educational and plumped him in the middle, started taking pictures from your drinking chair, which was down in the basement. I wish he stayed in the basement. In the basement. What is it? Trapdoor?
What I need to do. Yeah, like you cannot get a police report, Carrie says. I can see exactly. Patience and the focus in order to do what I need to do. Yeah, like you cannot get a police report, Carrie says. I can see exactly. So anyways, when I take it, yeah. So before when I didn't take it, I had a lot of projects in my house where I like literally could not finish, or I would be sitting in a conversation with you and you would be talking to me and I would not be able to focus. I would be able to listen for like a few minutes, but after a while, I would be so incapable of following what you were saying that I would have to either move, walk around.
Anyone else out there with ADHD, is this how you would explain it? It sounds like what's written in Wikipedia, right? It sounds like she has done her homework and now she's relaying it back, but there's no connection between what she's saying and like her. Like, this is not a personable story. Stop telling us what we want to hear, Katie. But you're saying, I mean, what's coming out of your mouth is completely different to what your body is saying. Throw your hands in the air, spirit fingers.
Or I would interrupt you because it would be so hard for me to patiently wait for it was my turn to talk. Or I just didn't understand that, like, it would be so hard for me to sit still. When I had meetings for work, I would constantly have to get up and move because sitting still was like the hardest thing for me. If I had to do a task, yeah, I couldn't wait to talk. I would constantly interrupt people and people would get so upset with me. And it would be so frustrating because I felt like I could never control my tongue. And that's literally the hardest thing to do because I felt a lot of shame for the fact that I interrupted people because I never wanted to interrupt you. Shame because I said things that I didn't want to say. Shame because I was feeling like no matter what I said or did, people were constantly judging me. Shame because of the things I said when I didn't have impulse control and they indirectly hurt someone.
This is a lot of stuff to put on ADHD. I wonder if, like, you know, there's any other diagnosis. I feel like you have self-diagnosed yourself. But not, you know, we know with this, but I'm trying to think with other. But fuck, Katie, this is ridiculous, man. What is this stream about? Please don't say you.
Having a filter and not thinking about the repercussions of what I said, did, or was going to do. The lack of impulse control was so prevalent in my life. Not having shame because of the things I said when I didn't have impulse control and they indirectly hurt someone. Not having a filter and not thinking about the repercussions of what I said, did, or was going to do. The lack of impulse.
Sorry to butt in, but it's the words that she's using. Like, normal people don't speak like this. Like,
impulse control was so prevalent in my life on all aspects that I just never thought beyond what was happening in that moment because my brain could not literally process beyond that. Tasks in my life were so overwhelming that I just literally couldn't get things done. So now I'm 3 years on my meds and I'm so grateful every day because I can get things done in my house. I have control. I don't interrupt. I'm actually learning that I'm a really good listener. I also have learned that a lot of the panic and anxiety that I had was not because I have anxiety, but more because I was having anxiety about my behavior and how I was constantly disappointing people. I was labeled a bad kid. I was labeled the problem child, the spirited kid, the kid that no one was going to want to be friends with. I was the difficult to, you'll be lucky if you find someone that will want to date you, because I was so much to take. But on the inside, I was screaming because the inability to stop and think and feel and like to constantly be is the difficult to, you'll be lucky if you find someone that will want to date you, because I was so much to take. But on the inside, I was screaming because the inability to stop and think and feel and like
Her eyes, her pupils are fucking huge. You see that? Also, when she was saying, when she said, when you feel, she threw herself off by saying feel. She's like, huh? What's feelings? Is her heart on that side or is she in the middle? Oh, she's always left.
To constantly be compartmentalizing all of the mistakes I made drove me to have paranoia, which paranoia is a cycle of a cycling part of ADHD. So you get paranoid about what everyone else is thinking, saying, or doing because you yourself are worried about how.
I didn't have that. I never worried what other people were thinking, really. Like, once I got out of my 20s, most of my therapy I did in my 30s. I don't know. She's just got undiagnosed other stuff because it's just not all related to ADHD. Being paranoid. In that article that I read, she talks about how her brain is spinning, how she doesn't know if she's going to be able to get through the day because she can't remember stuff. She doesn't, she's just not a good mom. She doesn't want to do dishes. She doesn't want to do anything with her child. And then automatically when she takes her med, she wants to sit down and play with him and be present. And it's just, that's a buzz. That is, you need an upper to get through the day. And then when you go to bed, you need a downer. And then in between, you're soaking your throat with a fucking depressant like alcohol. And you're scattered as fuck. And you don't think that people watching you can have an opinion because there's people that have been through shit that you're trying to lie about? Just so, oh no, they must be trolls. When are you going to get help, man? When is your husband going to get you help? Your husband could commit you more than marriage.
You are going to affect the situation. And then you get into a cycle of paranoia where you start to think that everyone that you interact with is going to have something against you or make you somehow not like you. And then you develop a defense mechanism where you start pushing people away because you already know that you're going to disappoint everyone. So you just get used to disappointing people, pissing people off, and then them leaving you and getting you or being mad at you. When you finally do find friends, they're typically like you. They have.
Since we're talking in third person, fuck, look at the screen. Fuck, why do you do this to me? Why do I look at the screen?
Or being mad at you. when you finally do find friends, they're typically like you. They have ADHD too. And so they're all over the place as well. And getting you or being mad at you. When you finally do find friends, they're typically like you. They have ADHD too. And so they're all over the place as well. And they're wonderful. But as far
Oh, I'm confused. Who's all the friends with ADHD? I don't like, only one or two of my friends are ADHD. Mainly the creative people I have found. But she has lots of friends that have ADHD. I kind of feel left out now. I want to be friends with you, Katie. You sound like you're just a magnet for everyone. Like you just walk outside and all of a sudden all your friends have ADHD. Do you just go, if you don't have this, you can't come in?
It's a lot. It's a lot. But I will say that now I am very well I don't struggle with any of those things anymore. I really don't. I don't feel like it's a lot, but I will say that now I am very well I don't struggle with any of those things anymore. I really don't.
Your stomach disagrees. You struggle with alcoholism. You do over-medicate. You're very well medicated. So, sorry, that was your little Freudian slip that you went there. You are, because with your wine, when are you going to stop drinking, Katie? When the fuck are you going to stop drinking?
I don't feel like I have to move all the time. I don't feel like I don't have control of what I say or do. I don't feel like I need that people are out to get me anymore. I don't feel like I'm constantly making mistakes. I don't feel shame for anything about what I do, say, or anything. And I also learned that I always thought I was an extrovert, but I'm not. I'm actually an introvert. So I went to therapy and I was talking about how I always felt like I had to be places, not because I wanted to be there, but because I was afraid I would miss something. And now that I'm on the medications, I really don't care to be there. And I just am happiest when I'm at home. And I've always been an introvert. I just felt like I couldn't be the introvert because of my ADHD. And that's a really weird place.
That is fucking weird point of view, or what the fuck are you trying to say? You go through phases. I always get confused between phrase and phase. It's fucked me my whole life. You go through phases. Is it phases in life? Is it phases or phrases? Oh my God, fuck my life and fuck my stupid pausing, throwing me off. But yeah, different parts of your life where you don't want to go out and party. And obviously by the time if you're married, you probably don't want to go out and do as much. I'm just assuming, because I am not married by choice. I don't have a boyfriend by choice. I'm a loner, really. I'm like, this is my kingdom, my house. And then I leave it and I enter the world. But yeah, Katie, stop talking for everyone. You're a fucking sad piece of shit. She's like, I don't rush around or anything anymore. I'm like, fuck. Let's go back to your basement video where you were pinging off your head, sweating, couldn't finish one sentence. There's so many times that we can bring up where you are buzzing off your tits. And then you just add alcohol. Like, what is that TV show? Just add water? Katie, that's the TV show for you, but just add wine. Oh, my God. And then it's no longer without a crystal ball. Yeah. Oh, do you know what? I read the other night on Reddit. I can't remember which thread or where I was, but someone said it's weird how he Toad calls himself Mr. Crystal Balls since Katie is without any. right? Like logical and stuff. And then I was like, frozen peas. I wonder what frozen vegetable toad is. Could dwell on that. Oh, those baby carrots that are kind of slimy.
To live where you want to be home and you don't want to be around people because you literally like to be home, you like to read, you like to do things by yourself or, you know, with one or two people, but then feeling like you constantly have to be in social situations because you feel like you are going to miss something. So, yeah, I was Robin says you're trapped no matter where you are. That's for sure how I felt. But now I don't care. And it's a wonderful, liberating feeling. So, we are definitely like, I'm in such a good place today. I don't abuse my drugs. I can't literally, if I'm out, I don't want to miss a single day. I don't want to miss a day of my meds because I don't want to feel like that ever again. I don't want to feel how I felt before I had my meds because now I feel normal. So I don't.
She's saying this, it sounds like she has run out of meds. Can't let the people behind the screen, let them know that I am using my son's meds. Because sometimes he sleeps better, doesn't he, when you don't medicate him? But when he does, that's when you got to knock him out with a downer. Uppers and downers for everyone. Katie, I was thinking, no, it's okay. We'll get back to what it looks like you are on the verge of the point. No, actually, is it in your nose?
Ever want to lose that ability to feel how I feel now. So I would never, ever compromise or even consider like using more than what I need. And I wouldn't want to because I don't want to feel doped up. I don't want to feel like that at all. Not to mention, I have to take drug tests.
I don't want to feel doped up. Okay, so do you know what being doped up is? Because doped also, fuck, man, like she's using downer and upper in one sentence. She's confused. You wouldn't feel doped up. You'd feel up, 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 up. No dopiness. God, dopiness, we would welcome that if we, brought it down a level. Just a few. Even I'd go down too far. Let's go down to droopy. What are we even talking about? I know, fuck it. We're only halfway. I've got to let it play.
So that's the other part of it. I can't use anything or my doctor could take it away from me. I have to pass these tests and I can be given them at any time, no matter what. So, it's just, I really wish people were more kind to people that are that have ADHD and stop accusing people that have it of being drug addicts. And I find it ironic that the people who say that I am not sympathetic to people with mental health or mental illnesses would then shame me for taking medications and accuse me of being a drug addict. It actually is stigmatizing mental health by saying I'm a drug addict. And it's also shaming my mental illness by calling me a drug addict because I have to use a medication, then shame me for taking medications and accuse me of being a drug addict. It actually is stigmatizing mental health by saying I'm a drug addict. And it's also shaming my mental illness by calling me a drug addict because I have to use a medication that happens to be a stimulant in a very small therapeutic dose. So if you're one of those people that is shaming me, saying that I'm snorting my Adderall or that I'm taking too much, shame on you for shaming someone who struggles with mental illness.
I just want to butt in why my brain has a good point. My brain wants to ask Katie, would she be open to getting her son on medical cannabis? Because CBD oil, like full spectrum CBD oil, people with hydrocephalus, I've been watching their videos. There's people that live with adrenal, is that how you say it? Yeah, adrenal. Like, why does it sound weird? Insufficiency. And I've been watching their videos on YouTube just to, whoa, they are living their life and educating people and such a voice and an inspiration. And there's one lady and she started CBD oil and it's changed her life. Even there's a lady that started her son on CBD oil because he hits himself, Katie, because you said that V does that he hits himself. He gets that, has that big of a meltdown with autism. So that this was proof, like what? Well, not proof, but why wouldn't you try him on that? It's a like classified whatever medication as well. Like, fuck, I wish I knew the terms. I'm making perfect sense. But yeah, she won't try that for her son. She calls cannabis a drug, where she's so happy to sit here and talk about pharmaceuticals. Also, like medical marijuana for me with ADHD. Wow. It's like my brain, that was the missing piece. Like, yeah, it's crazy. Well, like if you find the right strain, but yeah, no, she is a pharmaceuticals piggy bank. But like, fuck, man, she's spoken about. What has she spoken about? What have we learned? I'm questioning whether she's a drug addict. In my opinion, more so. Katie, what do you like to say about that? Let's get back to, is she wearing Toad's shirt?
Shame on you for stigmatizing mental illness and making it harder for people to speak out about their
Fucking shame on you for sitting there and like using your platform for this shit. What are you trying to say? This is not advocacy for mental health. This is, oh my God, what the fuck? So now people on YouTube proclaiming that they just use and abuse.
ADHD. ADHD is like one of the most polarizing, but also very isolating disorders. And if you are stigmatizing someone by calling them a drug addict, you are making them already feel like we already feel so much shame. And then you're shaming us for finally taking care of ourselves. So shame on you. You are part of the problem. To my haters that constantly accuse me of being a drug addict, shame on you. You constantly come at me and say that I hurt people. But every time you accuse me of being a drug addict or snorting my Adderall, you are speaking to the millions of people who have ADHD, who have to use this medication every single day in order to function.
And you are letting everyone know that this is what people accuse you of. There's no need to bring it up. There's no, and this is the reason why, because you don't speak about the right stuff. You don't speak about ADHD like someone who has fucking got it. You are the fucking stigma on the fucking disease. You are harming people, Katie. You are fucking Amber Portwood preaching from your drinking chair. Except correction, Amber, she's always in bed or the couch. Bed, couch, bed. At least Katie walks up the stairs.
It's not an easy road. It's not an easy life. And I'm not going to stop talking about what I do and my life and the struggles I've had with mental illness because you guys want to make me feel like a drug addict, and it somehow makes you feel better about yourself that I take Adderall. And so it makes you feel like, and the nasty comments about the Adderall are so, it further perpetuates the stigma. It's disgusting. I cleaned my house yesterday, and so people were like, oh, you must be on your Adderall. I would clean my house anyway. It wasn't like I took an extra Adderall to clean. That's not how it works. Okay, so speaking about the wine and mixing meds, because that's ridiculous. First off, I'm on an extended release medication. It lasts for 12 hours. So if I take my medication at 7 a.m., my med will be off by 7 p.m. So I will not have Adderall in my system after 7 p.m. that night. At 7 a.m., my med will be off by 7 p.m. So I will not have Adderall in my system after 7 p.m. that night. At that time, if I want to have a glass of wine, I can.
Have you ever heard anyone with ADHD ever talk about how long their medication is in their system for? You know, have you ever been out with one of your friends that has oh, look, it's past 7 p.m. I can start drinking. No, because if you fucking look at the pamphlet that they give you about the medication that you're taking, it's advised that you do not drink on the medication. So,
My doctor has been very clear with me. That I can have a glass of wine at 7 a.m. My med will be off by 7 p.m. So I will not have Adderall in my system after 7 p.m. that night. At that time, if I want to have a glass of wine, I can. My doctor has been very clear with me. That I can have a glass.
look at the way that she's saying it. Like she's got a nod into it. That's how much this is the truth. This is the truth. Like, just fucking stare down the barrel at the people that actually also have this disorder. Katie, you're not the only one. My God. Do you reckon she wiped away a bit of drool?
Glass of wine. First off, I don't drink to get drunk, and I would never have more than that because I don't want to counteract the benefits because it's a depressant. And it's legal for me to do that. And as long as I'm not having like drinks, 7 drinks a night, like if I have a glass of wine, which typically during the week, I'll have like 2 glasses, maybe 3 glasses of wine. That's it. And I never in one side.
Or has your heart decided to beat a little bit faster? Constantly touching that side of your face. Who are you justifying this to? It doesn't matter if it's legal. Fuck, no one's saying it's illegal. You think you're in trouble? You know what you're saying is bullshit. Hold yourself accountable. You are mixing alcohol. Like, your liver must be fucked. Your brain must be fried. That's why it's so hard for you to look. You're still on the defensive. I thought that this is when you started taking your meds. You weren't defensive anymore. You weren't worried about when people questioned you. Maybe this is the we, you know. We start off with KJ Joy and then we end with Manksky.
Setting. Like last night I had a single glass of wine. I drink far less than I've ever drank in my entire life now. But once it's out of your system, you're not mixing. And I never mix when I'm on it. So it feels weird when you do drink and have it in your system. And I don't like that because it makes me feel a glass of wine. I drink far less than I ever drank that I've ever drank in my entire life now. But once it's out of your system, you're not mixing. And I never mix when I'm on it. So it feels weird when you do drink and have it in your system. And
Does it? Does it feel weird? Does it? Oh, okay. How do you know? Scratchy, scratchy on my hair. All my ticks let you know what the truth is. Cause Katie's mouth never fucking tells the truth. Do you fucking get exhausted? Just lying. Like you could have avoided, you chose to do this stream. You chose to talk about how much you need your meds.
I don't like that because it makes me feel very dehydrated and I don't like feeling dehydrated. So I don't ever drink ever when it's still in my system. I don't like the way it makes me feel. I will not have if we go out, if I'm at an event in the afternoon and people are having alcohol,
what, like Pretty Woman? I'm trying to think, when do you and Toad leave the house other than go to a pub event? Like, what event are we talking with you? Like, little glass of champagne? As if you would be able to say no. I doubt that you would be able to say no. I've seen pictures of, like, you drinking at your son's second birthday. Fucking 3 beers down, sloshed.
If I'm at an event in the afternoon, I would never have a glass of wine or beer because it would interact with my med and I wouldn't want to do that. But it's like 9 o'clock at night or 8 o'clock at night here. And, but yes, like when you're on these meds, you should not be getting drunk. No, but you can have a glass of wine. And I will always tell you guys this, like,
don't you dare fucking tell people that they can. Mrs. fucking Paulson. Fucking who? Amber. Is that you? Is that you preaching mental health advice? Stop stroking your hair because it's not true.
You need to talk to your doctor and you need to have that conversation with your doctor about like what's okay and what's not okay. And my doctor specifically said, you can have a glass of wine, just don't get drunk. You know, like that's it. It's not that hard. It's not that serious. And the only person that matters to is between me and my doctor.
That's 2 people. Just letting you know, journalist.
I'm also on a I don't know. Anyways, but anyways, like I am on antidepressants as well, which technically, no, I can still have, I'm not on Wellbutrin. My doctor said I can have a glass of wine.
You know what face this is? This is the face from the basement when she was like talking about that bridge and she's like, I bet you didn't know that. This is someone who's like, don't fucking question me. This is what my doctor told me, but I can't say that without smiling.
So I'm going to go. But anyways, like I am on antidepressants as well, which technically, no, I can still have, I'm not on Wellbutrin. My doctor said I can have a glass of wine. So I'm going to go off the recommendations my doctor makes. She's the one that prescribes everything. She's the one that knows everything that I'm on. And that's it. But I don't. Just talk to your doctor. They'll tell you what you can and can't do. Do you like the extended release? I've taken the regular for 6 years, but I'm having the trouble with it. Haven't tried the extended release. She
is Amber Portwood. She just says go, like, ask your doctor follow what your doctor says. And now this person asks her a question and she's going to answer it. But first she's got to rub her magic ball and see if she can come up with enough bullshit to answer this. Like she is not going to blow her credibility in the medical field.
Oh, if you're on Xanax, yeah, you shouldn't drink alcohol at all. That's a isn't that or it's a benzo. Yeah, if you're on Xanax, no. From my understanding, I don't take Xanax, so I don't have that issue. I've never taken that. I've never been prescribed that medication. Yeah. If it's anything like Advian, I wouldn't want to drink on that. Because that.
Well, it's not like Advian, but that's even worse. That's a benzo. Is Xanax a benzo? I think it is, but I think the Advian is, you're not allowed to take it longer than, like, because I used to have to, it was my emergency med for if I like freaked out. I used it for when, because I had agoraphobia and I couldn't leave my house. Like I was a lot like Shirley. Is it Shirley? No, Sheila. Sheila from Shameless, the American one. I couldn't leave my house. And then the Advian was like always on me. And I was like so happy when I got past the litter box. Okay, back to her.
Just makes me sleepy. I've never been on the regular dose, so I can't answer that. I have nothing to compare it to, so I've only ever been on the extended release. Yes. Xanax is a benzo. I don't take that. I don't take any benzos. But anyways, always talk to your doctor. Yes. Xanax is a benzo. I don't take that. I don't take any benzos. But anyways, always talk to your doctor. Yes, it works well for me, Tiffany, but I would never want to tell you like what's going to work for you. I don't ever want to, I rarely even discuss, like I don't tell you guys the other meds I'm on because I don't want to be like, just because this works for me, it's going to work for you. I would never make that claim. I'm not your doctor. Always, always, always talk to your doctor. And if it works for me, that doesn't mean it's going to work for you. And I don't want to be that person that like is like, yes, you have to take it, or no, you shouldn't take that. Like, that's not my job. I'm not a doctor. I'm only bringing up the issue about Adderall because I feel like it is so stigmatized and it's really a shame. So I am a happy camper. And I just think that if you need to talk to your doctor, if you need to see someone, medications are great, but they don't always fix everything. And like my medications are none of your business and your medications are none of my business. And my choices are none of your business and your choices are none of my business. So if you want to help people who are dealing with mental illness, support them, don't shame them, don't make them feel bad for being on meds, don't accuse them of being drug addicts. There's a lot of shame when you have to be on a controlled substance. And the worst thing you can do is make them feel like a drug addict when they're literally not. So it's always ironic too.
I've never felt shame. A lot of my friends that are like, my friends that are also ADHD never felt shame. Maybe kids that are like going to school would. I don't know, because like, she's just so fucked, man. I just hate this. I hate this. She's just turned into Amber Potwood sitting on the couch for me. And I can't unsee that. Why is that so real? And Toad is, oh.
That the ones that shame me are the ones that are like, Katie, you make money off other people's mental health struggles.
Trolls. She's referring to trolls, like her trolls, whatever. If she has to address it, if she needs to bring it up, obviously there's an issue. She really struggled through explaining that drinking a glass of wine is okay. That biggest smile I've seen in a while, actually. My doctor said it's okay. Okay. But does your doctor know how, like, maybe you should send a photo of how big your glass is, not one standard drink. More than 3 fingers. It's basically 4 fingers, 4-finger serving. Ooh.
You're so stigmatizing it. Yet you have no problem saying that I snort Adderall. Multiple channels have said that about me, by the way. I don't snort Adderall. Never have, never will.
Then why the fuck do you have a burnt trail in your nostril, which is what most people get? They either get it from sticking the straw up there, but yeah, the burn from the amphetamine, you know? That's what you have going on. That's what people that snort. And I love it how you bring up snort. Snort, 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 snort. Whew. Look at, like, I feel bad for anyone that would have watched this and they're wondering if they're going to get shamed. They wonder if they are going to be called a drug addict, or like they never had, never been aware of all this. She's basically like creating fear and shit around medication. It's fucking, and it's so annoying.
And you guys all look stupid for saying that. So you're part of the problem. And I want people to feel like you shouldn't feel, and you guys all look stupid for saying that. So you're part of the problem. And I want people to feel like you shouldn't feel shame for taking meds. You shouldn't compare your experience with meds. You shouldn't feel bad about taking meds, because I will say they've changed my life along with therapy. And I'm finally at a place where I feel happy. And that's what I want everyone for you. I want everyone in this world to stop making mental illness a stigma.
I didn't go to therapy for ADHD. Did Katie go to therapy for ADHD?
It doesn't need to be a stigma. I know, I don't know. I've never abused Adderall. I don't know. I don't want to talk about it because I've never abused it, and I don't abuse it, and I will never abuse it.
Look, guys, here comes Ducky. Ducky always shows up in the pond when the pond is overflowing. Here comes Ducky to the rescue. Quack, quack, quack. Because it's like when she has her counting fingers, it's the mum that can tell the kids off for questioning her. Let's see what Ducky's doing.
And I don't know. I've never abused Adderall. I don't know. I don't want to talk about it because I've never abused it, and I don't abuse it, and I will never abuse it. And I will never consider abusing it. And that's all I know. And it's only just talk to your doctor. Work with your doctor. It's nobody else's business but you and your doctors. Don't compare your meds with other people, because your body is your body. Your chemistry is your chemistry. Don't discriminate against people. Hashtag talk to your doctor.
Katie, you know how meds don't work the same for everyone? Well, so does makeup. You can't just copy what someone does with makeup and do it on your eyes. Just stop. You don't need to put fucking highlighter on your bright brow bone, because no one needs to be drawn there. My God. Fucking.
That's what I do every 3 months. Doctor. Work with your doctor. It's nobody else's business but you and your doctors. Don't compare your meds with other people, because your body is your body. Your chemistry is your chemistry. Don't Don't discriminate against people. Hashtag talk to your doctor. That's what I do every 3 months. So yeah, it's World Mental Health Day yesterday. I missed the day, but if you're struggling or if you have struggled, just know that there's a lot of people out there that have many different mental illnesses, but that doesn't define us. It doesn't make us bad people. We are not crazy. We are literally just like everyone else. And I bet.
No, you didn't. No, you did not. Did you just do ET fucking quote fingers around crazy while talking about a mental disorder on a mental illness health awareness day? Do you understand that there's a difference between having a mental disorder and having mental illness? That's a disease that you can die from, that's going to kill you, self-destruction. The importance. Plus, you're like, all this info is between you and your doctor. Well, fuck. What the fuck have we just spent here? Are we your doctor? Maybe you should have not spoken about all this. Because, Katie, you're the one that looks like a fucking fool. Fuck. Trying to tell everyone that you can drink on your meds, waiting for it to come out of your system. And then someone says, like, asks about, like, abusing meds. Oh, I've never done it. But you talk. You have the fucking words that describe it, waiting for it to come out of your system. I'm not buzzing. I don't know what that's like. Why say that? Who are you advocating for? Your fucking doctor, that's who.
Bet you that more people have mental health issues than don't. I once asked my doctor, do people not have some sort of mental illness? I feel like everyone has something. I honest to God do. World Mental Health Day yesterday. We are literally just like everyone else. And I bet you that more people have mental health issues than don't. I once asked my doctor, do people not have some sort of mental illness? I feel like everyone has something. I honest to God do. But.
And what did your doctor say? Oh, sorry, already come in with your opinion. You didn't even give us what your doctor said. It's just what you feel. Hang on. Are you meant to, are you jumping around? Are you, oh no, your meds have worn off. That's right. It's 9 p.m. You've downed a glass. When is bedtime? Just too many questions flooding my mind. There's more, isn't it? Do I have to go back for that tiny little bit? Is she going to end with a peace sign or a tongue or a chin, chinny, chin, chin? No, like, that chin, chin forever. Oh, imagine Katie playing that. Oh, do you play that in America? I don't know what game it is.
That's just me. But we are all in this together, and just be kind to people. You never know what they're dealing with. Ever. Bye, guys.
I can't believe it was a fucking peace sign. No! Okay, well, thanks, Katie. I will make sure that I'll never leave my house again because I don't want to ever be shamed if that's on the cards. And also, you said that I'm going to get paranoid. Oh, no, that's only if I don't take it. How do I get rid of you and bring it back? Oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh, that's what I was looking at, just how like she was going to wing it, but then she said no, but got the eyebrows down there today. But it's just down the side of the face. I just wish that she would listen to people, like trying to help her with her makeup and her eyebrows and stuff, still takes that as an attack. Like, I just wish she knew the shape of her face, and I wish she knew what she was trying to do when she put makeup on, because just copying what people do with, putting highlighter down the middle and on your Cupid's bow, it's not going to work if your chin is off to the right. Like, when she went and got these lips and she got her Cupid's bow put in, where I call it like her soup strainer was way more. Like right there, soup strainer. This is like Aussie slang. Because you get the soup up there and then it slides down into the mouth. It's probably not. That's my explanation. But yeah, like as soon as she got her little Cupid's bow and everything put in, because that top lip came out of nowhere, it was fucked, because it's like, that's not what, how are you basing the straightness of your face off? Is she just like, my face ends here? Because wouldn't you go and get it fixed? Wouldn't you're like, she's so obsessed with her appearance, the physical appearance, which she thinks is where beauty comes from. So when, you know, she thinks that Todd CHRISLEY called her ugly, like that's actually in her in her counterclaim. She says that Todd CHRISLEY called her ugly on her podcast. No, Katie, that's what you heard. Because you've got no, because beauty isn't on the outside, and plus, like, I don't know where your delusion is, but what you present isn't beautiful because it's not blended, or you're not kind. You aren't, like, basically you're not Miss Honey from Matilda, okay? You're like Trench Bull. But even, is it Trench Bull or Trench Ball? Because she has that big ball. But even I feel she's nicer. Katie, you don't have ready? He's ready for a cliche? Hashtag cliche for KJ. You don't have a nice bone in your body. You don't have any bone in your body. Oh my gosh. Okay, I've got to get out of here before I take it too far. Ooh. Well, I used to joke that she was paying Unirock through ADHD meds, because as soon as their relationship, you know, when he wouldn't say anything bad about her, he was just like, how many coffees have you had? He was up all night streaming 13-hour streams. Oh, gosh, he's like, I see Katie on, not Celebrity Rehab, but do they have a, like, the scum of YouTube rehab? That'd be good. YouTube managers can nominate a channel. I hate it when she gives a peace sign. There's no peace. There's no joy. Exactly, silly crow. Right? And let me correct you when you say, oh, the hypocrisy. The hypocrisy is thick. Okay, how do I get rid of her? Okay, I just need a drink. I need to fill my drink up though. Oh, I saw Satan. Oh. Oh, Trunch Bowl. Is it Trunch Bowl? Wow, that's not how I thought. Like, obviously I didn't read the book. Wow, oh man, I thought it was like Trench Ball. I was way Trunch Bowl. Oh, the amount of times I've watched Matilda with my niece, like, it's funny. Just, I can't eat chocolate cake anymore. I think that's why the fucking cupcake thing messed with my head, because put him on Matilda. Okay, where can Toad do some more? What happened to his segment? Was he just a one hit not wonder? No, I fucked it up, but you know what I mean? I can't wait. 7M, like I feel like fuck this Johnny Depp shit off. Let's get some fucking 7M cameras. Bring it up. I'm there, front and center. Actually, no, not that close. Like, no, I'm a back. I like to sit at the back, away from everyone. And we could all dress up as Katie through the times. The different hair. Oh my God, the different hair, the different styles of clothing. Well, I'd like Todd CHRISLEY to just keep her nerves up a little bit, you know, and then come in when she's least expecting it or when others start piling on. I reckon the duggars would have to be. Although, has she deleted some duggar videos? Because I remember I did a video, like must have been last year or something, where there were 350. Like she'd made 350 duggar videos. Then I went back there, like just in the past 2 days, and there's 250. Like I was thinking she'd be up to 3,000 now. Has she deleted duggar videos? Or am I not looking at the right playlist? Where else would there be a playlist that I would have looked at? What does my brain in? Does my fucking brain in? But why didn't Katie, you know, she doesn't want anyone else to report on duggar stuff, yet she couldn't get off her fucking ass and go down to Arkansas for the sentencing where everyone was? Is it because she couldn't sit? Some live she was doing, I can't, like, because I've been watching a few, I've been trying to, the thing with me is I've got all these videos, but back then when I was getting them all, I was not fucking giving any date, no little what the video is about. So now if I can torture myself, I have to watch it, figure it out. But I was watching the one where she's talking about going to the trial with Amy, and she's like, oh, but I won't have my computer. I'll only have my laptop and I'll have my phone and it'll be shit quality. Does she not know that she can probably make way better fucking videos on her iPhone than she can on her desktop? She still thinks, like, even when she was covering van life, like people that, you know, did the van life thing. Yeah, like she was like, I don't know how they just vlog. How do they do it without a desktop? Like, how do they make videos? And I'm like, do you not know what a fucking external hard drive is? Where are we? It's also with the Josh stuff, it's like she's just heard of uTorrent for the first time in her fucking life. And I'm thinking, where the fuck is my external hard drive with everything that I downloaded? Those times where we thought, gotta download this, never going to be able to, you know, have it. And then the internet just progressed even more. Oh, man. Even with my VHS collection, it's like, I got to record this. I'm never going to be able to watch it again. But, yeah. Now there's not even a VHS player, is there? That sucks. So I can't watch Hanson on Saturday. What? Hate Saturday. Oh my God, Hanson are coming to my town. I know. Usually I'd be excited, but I met them, crossed that off my, you know, bucket list. I was totally brainwashed when I was young. I don't know what happened. I ended up liking Hanson, but yeah, met them and all that. But Kendrick is also coming, and it shits me to pieces that I can't, well, I'm glad I've seen him before. It's like, yeah. It's like sold out before I even found out about it. Like, wow, now I'm the old person that's not quick on the game, that misses the pre-sale. Oh, when I go quiet, that means I'm having a little read. Oh, I haven't even watched any of the Depp trial, like as much of it is online, but you know, when you just just a random video just starts playing, and it was so funny. It was Depp's lawyer objecting to every question that the other lawyer was asking. That's what I took from it. But it was funny because I was like, oh my God, this go on forever? But it's weird how you get to watch everything like it's live. Like, that is crazy. Well, even with her counterclaim, like, she's willing to spend money rather than just admit her wrongs. Like, she's going to fight it and lose more money. Katie, I just don't think she doesn't know the value of money. She doesn't know, like, she's never had this much money before. This is just my opinion. Never had this much money before. And she gets off, using her own words when she talks about stuff, she gets off by making purchases. Like, money to her, it doesn't register, in my opinion. As long as she can cry and get Snapchats and play the story of her son on repeat again and again. Oh, Snoop cancelled his European. Oh, I wonder why. Oh, Snoop, come on. You can go to, like, Snoop show, and just by standing in the crowd, like, you're just stoned just by breathing. And it's the first crowd I've ever been in where like a joint is a mutual, like, just a communal joint just passed every 2 seconds. I'm like getting past a joint. It was just beautiful. Whole big cloud above the mosh. And I reckon I glowed. That's not the right word, is it? I glowed. No, that does sound right. But yeah, because I had like bright hair and like I'm very white. I'm whitewashed. But even all my friends, like at 10, like I'm very white. Like I don't leave the house. So, but I do leave the house in reality. But like, fuck, let's not talk about the specifics. But I just hate Katie talking about mental health. It shits me. I think because just her sitting there going, I doubt there's anyone that doesn't have mental illness or mental health. So calmly, you can just sit there and say that. But she doesn't understand the heaviness of the fucking topic. She just needed to get on there and share her story. But it wasn't really her story. It was her story of being shamed. You know, her story of being accused of being a drug addict. Like, that is not how you advocate for mental fucking health, mental illness, mental disorders. And then she was like saying that the trolls, you are the people that stigmatize it. That's your problem. Like, oh my God. She has so many unresolved issues swirling around in herself. She lies to herself daily. There's no getting, like, her mind is still stuck. We say this, it's like she's never matured past adolescence because she acts like a fucking teenager. Fucking insecure as fuck. Oh, is there a tablet for insecure? No, you've got to go out. She's got to do one of those, like, she watches Gilmore Girls. She could do what Lorelai did and went on that solo journey. Like, how good was that? If you guys probably don't watch it because you're missing out. But, you know, like the hiking journey, you go out there in the wildness. Why is everything sounding so weird in my head? Okay. Yeah. And you go out there in the wildness in Utah. Yeah. It was out there in the middle of nowhere. She couldn't get a coffee. She had to live without coffee and pack her own bag. And then she packed all the shit. Like, that's what I did. God, we had something like, we had to survive in the bush. Like in year 11, they dropped us in the middle of the bush. We had to survive there for 10 days. And it was the worst fucking thing of my life. I tried to like jump out of the tree and break my leg. That's how bad it was. But I did learn what not to do. Like, I reckon I could probably survive in the bush. Katie, put her in the middle of the bush and say survive. Ooh. Put Katie on the $20 challenge, you know, where they drop you in the middle of, you know, London, the city or something, and they give you $20 and they say, good luck finding your way home. And like most people rock up and they've made money, or like they just never make it. They spend all their money. Katie, with $20, what would you do? How would you live? There'd be no makeup. I wanted to go on The Amazing Race. Like, I really do feel like I want to see her with a backpack or camping. But she's never gone out there and found herself. That's why I feel like she's just so insecure. She doesn't know who she is. But then, yeah, is that part of the narcissist thing? Like, does she think that she knows who she is? Because with her, you know, the clothes that she buys, doesn't seem to, you know, who is she? What does she stand for? What are her morals? No. Doesn't have any. Actually, it depends what day of the week it is and how much she's had to drink. Okay, guys, look, I'm going to have to depart, and before I just dribble on, but Friday, let's meet back up here and let's watch Mrs. Cool, Calm and Collected the day after she gets served by Tati. And she jumped on a live, and it was called I'm Okay, I'll Be Okay or something. And it's it's bad. So I'll see you there. Or even if Katie did like skydiving, but not skydiving, you know, in the center, something that would give her, you know, jump off the cliff, kind of like trust, like take the control out. Like, that's why, in my opinion, I believe she's never had, I know this is really bad to say, but I believe that she's, fucking, we're at the end anyway. Who's going to listen to this? Oh, fuck. I believe that she's never had an orgasm. And I think it's because, you know, you've got to absolutely let go and not have any control. I don't think she would ever be able to get to that place. I think that everything in her life is a lie, even when she's having sex. She describes it in one of her videos. She's like, you know, when you're having sex with a guy and you just want it to be over. Like, what? That's why she's so able to just go living without sex. Like, I found that video where she says, me and my husband are just best friends and we don't do it anymore. And there's so many other things that are more important. And I'm like, what? What is more important? No wonder they are both so angry. I can't imagine like being married and not getting any. Isn't that a given? Well, not, but that I'm writing that in my vows if I need vows. I'm not. What? It confuses me. It really confuses me. Just yeah. Because it's human. It's human. Like, as primitive beings, to enjoy sex. Even when she talks about sex, it's sexy time, or she never says sex. Oh man, she's so awkward. But then she didn't even know what hole was the right hole. So I'm confused as always. Oh. But then because she lives in a delusional world, she was able to continue that live after being corrected. Okay, guys, I've dribbled on for way too long. Thank you so much for tuning in. And if you are still listening, what the fuck are you doing? Go and live your life. I'm going to add timestamps, but yeah, give this video a like, subscribe, and I'll see you on Friday, guys. Take care. Not long to go. I've got some pre-recorded videos as well, but I feel like I'm holding on to them just in case. I know there's a few days next week that I won't be home, but yeah. See you guys. Thanks so much for rocking up. I should have put a trigger warning on it, shouldn't I? And it's mental health, but it wasn't. It was really just Katie's mental confusion. Okay, guys, take care and really do be safe out there. The world is fucking crazy. And I'll see you guys on Friday. See ya.